Happy Wednesday, people. Welcome to the Kris and Gina Relationship Show. I'm Kris, and these two beautiful women to my right, your left, is...
I'm Gina.
What the hell kind of intro was that?
And our other special guest, our third guest, Sean. Can we say we just Sean? Is that your stage name these days?
You call me.
The beautiful Sean is on our show.
You guys have seen me. I'm old hat.
Yes, I'm like you're like an honorary third host. Like you're family. You're not a guest.
That's what I'm like.
You know?
I'm here again.
You're here again.
You're like, oh, it's her.
We get fun topics. We bring Chantel on to the show.
We do. She is a very opinionated, smart woman.
And guess what we're discussing today?
Oh,
we are, but before we get into that, how's everybody doing?
Good. Well, I want to know how you're doing with the bandage on your hand.
I did have a little thumb surgery. I am okay. Still under a little bit of local anesthesia, maybe, from yesterday.
Yeah, he's a little... You guys, you're going to get a slightly more lethargic version of the critic today. I don't know how you feel about it.
I'll find something to get spiced up about.
And you're also doing what? Aside from it, you're having a really interesting time.
I am day 3 of a 21-day detox. And I will say this is ionized water and herbal tea.
You mean alkaline water?
And this is an old
fashioned.
You said ionized.
That too.
That is.
That too.
Fine.
All I've been drinking is vegetable juice and eating salads.
That's
and
good. Do you know how clean your system is about to be?
He has a porta potty right here.
I have a date circle where I retox my body.
Yeah. I'll be lined up for that one.
That'll be fried chicken and mashed potatoes day.
So while I bought, just in case I get a little hoarse, while I bought extra water to drink, what are you guys drinking?
We're having old fashions.
Bastards.
Now y'all know how I felt when I was detoxing for 3 weeks.
The Fiestas.
So, and believe it or not, it's actually National Vodka Day.
Oh, well, we have had the wrong cocktail sitting here. If I had known that,
research.
I would have brought my damn Grey Goose. We have plenty of it left.
I can't eat it, but it's also National Taco Day.
Tacos and vodka.
Isn't that every day in Chicago now?
I'm all about tacos and vodka.
Well, I get
together.
Kicked out. Wait a minute. Did I just get Kris and Gina canceled?
Right.
I
Probably.
mean, what you said was slightly problematic, but I was
Tacos.
going to skip over it.
Thanks.
I was going to leave it alone.
I apologize for anyone I offend. Right now, I'm wrong.
But back to this Taco Day thing.
It's Taco Day.
I'm into it.
It's National Cinnamon Roll Day.
Oh, this is a good day.
Did you know yesterday was National Boyfriend Day?
I don't have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Hey, Show the Rock, Gina B is married.
I'm married.
All right, let's get into it. And happy birthday to D Rose. So those are all the days.
There we go.
So look,
I'm excited about this day, though, being Cinnamon Roll Day.
So the topic for today, and this is going to be conversation style.
So everybody needs to chime in.
Are we on that screen where people can chime in, Jake?
Yeah, let's hope we can see everybody's comments, because we missed so many last week.
Did we?
I'm taking directions from my producers here.
I'll have to say what's up to my producer.
Yeah, it's except whatever it is. Hold on.
Jake also
My
got
regular
message.
page or Kris and Gina?
FYI.
You figure it out. So while we do that,
Don't let the youth take care of it. I know that.
Today's topic is while in college, because we got marriage issues in this country. I think we got relationship issues.
We have issues.
We have issues. This country's got issues. People getting together.
Mm-hmm.
All races, colors, creeds, everything. But today's topic, should sisters, while they're in college, start to consider marriage?
Start to consider marriage.
What? You got a problem with the change the topic?
No.
You prep for something else?
No, I prepped for this, but never mind. Consider marriage while in college. That's what we're talking about. But, go ahead. No, just go ahead.
That's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's it. I brought no notes.
So, are you, okay, so
That's the other part. Chris has no notes. What the
Kris
hell?
does not have a list, which is counter to the last few years we've been doing this
I may
show.
have one stat.
For the last, how many years have we been doing this?
A while.
Like 3, 4?
I got one thing to say.
Kris always got a list.
But it's nothing to pro good or bad.
That's right.
Be a kid and not a cat.
We'll get into that. I'm sure I'll say it somewhere during this show.
Okay.
So what do you got to do?
So, here's my question. Are you saying that women should try to get a ring upon graduation? Is that where you are?
Here's why I am.
Should they be shopping for the MRS?
Here's why I am. I do think they should consider getting their MRS degree if they can while in college, or right when they graduate, or shortly thereafter. Do you want to know why?
I would love to know why. I'm just trying to get the logistics down, but go ahead.
This person here, it's one man's opinion.
Okay.
Normally, I come at you with facts, tried and true. This is an opinion.
Okay.
Because I do think there are two sides to the coin.
There are. I got one.
I think that in a woman's younger years, she can attract the best husband. And I believe that the most important decision one can make is who they marry and who has their children. And I think if you can pull the best person during that time, and that's the most important thing, that's the age at which you should start considering that.
Okay.
And I would say 18 to 27, 28. I have that
How long are
person.
these people in college?
Have that person identified.
These
around.
people on the 10-year plan?
Well, they could be in grad school.
Oh, okay.
But have that person identified around that time.
Okay.
That's
have
where I
the
am.
person identified. Okay, so this is the reason why I'm pushing back so hard.
You haven't
on,
really pushed yet.
Well, I'm going to. The reason why I'm pushing back really hard the reason why I'm asking a lot of clarification questions about how you think this should go down is because
You're trying to pin me somewhere, but you.
I'm not pinning.
Okay.
It's because I'm curious as to whether or not you think that, let's just say they're on the regular college plan. Let's just say they're on the 18 to 21-year-old college plan.
Sure.
Are these people really equipped to make decisions about marriage at that age?
I think that's the same age they can go to the military, they can drink, they can buy cigarettes. They are of
Doesn't
age
mean
of
they
reason.
should. That does not mean they
I know,
should.
but I think that's an age of reason where, absolutely, if you can get a degree in biochemistry, surely you can.
Who are you dating at 18?
I didn't say 18.
Who are you dating at 21?
I said start. Let's play the tape. What did I say?
I heard what you said.
What
Apparently, you're supposed to build your list at 18 to 22, right?
You should
Okay.
start considering that.
You should start considering. So what does that mean?
What age can a woman have a child?
12.
All right, so 12, right?
So hard to hear,
It
yes.
doesn't mean she should.
But some 10, some 10.
I
Right.
didn't say they should, but certainly, by 19, 20, you should start thinking about the rest of your life, right?
Not babies.
Not babies.
I said 19 or 20, you should start thinking about the rest of your life.
The rest of your life?
You don't start thinking about your life.
You can't have a baby at 12 if you have your period. That means
That's
you can have a
true.
baby.
That-
But my
absolutely right.
point is, if you can have a kid that young,
Uh-huh.
right? Certainly by 19 or 20, you should start thinking about how you want your life to be.
When you're 50 and 60? Okay. I mean,
Because what happens
and we're
is,
living longer.
how many times have we seen sister goes to school, I got a degree. It's working hard on a career because they're told when they're young, be strong, be independent, you don't need a man, blah, 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 blah. All of them told that, right?
Yeah.
Wrong advice. Wrong as hell. Because they wake up one day, 35 years old, saying, damn, I got this house, this car, this crib, this career. I forgot to get a man. Guess who doesn't value you the same as they did years ago?
When you were broken pretty.
Are you?
Yeah, because men
you're
don't care about
basing
money.
this. So you're basing this on
the most important
get
thing
a man
that's
when
in
you're
your life.
fine. Because you go downhill
And poor. You gotta remember
and
the poor
broke.
part.
You,
Yeah.
you gotta be.
I didn't say that. You did.
I'm just saying you were in college, you broke.
You're broke.
I didn't say.
you might
keep-
be kind of cute.
You keep
broke.
trying to pin me to college. I specifically
You
gave
said
an age range.
college.
I said 18 to.
Whoever's
22 or something
I said
like
you
that.
20.
said 27.
Oh,
So-
27?
So they're
oh.
on the 10-year plan.
No, these are people getting their doctoral
I
degrees.
just said that is when you should start identifying.
You said college.
Wait. Okay, so to clarify, right? What do you mean by identify? Are you saying they should like have a log of potentials?
Let's say you decide one day that you want to be married.
Yeah.
Not
one day.
not in my case, which was a little longer. Or Gina's case was a little longer. But ideally, you somebody gets to start dating, they might not propose for 2-3 years, right? So if you don't find that person until 30, and they don't propose until 33, you get married at 34, you're almost at a point where you are
Well, you're
in
having-
at-risk pregnancy.
you're having a
if
geriatric pregnancy.
you want children.
Okay.
And that's where this is all going. We're waiting too long. Hollywood says, okay, we can have babies at 55. That's not normal life.
Yeah, but do you think that lines up with your readiness for that level of relationship at that time? Like, do you think that 21, 22, 25 are good years to say, this is how I want to live my life forever? Till death do our part. Till we part. Hey, Patricia, Aaron. Hey.
I can't answer specifically because half of these marriages in America
end in divorce.
end in divorce.
Okay, well...
Younger people actually get divorced more. The sweet spot, according to the one stat I bought, the National Survey of Family Growth says 28 to 32.
It's the best time to get married.
Well, they're basing
I have
it
that
on-
same stat.
However, what they don't tell you is younger people who are, and you can look it up, I did it on another show, younger people who are of the same religion, and younger people who, shout out to my mom for this, who did not cohabitate, tend to not get divorced.
What do you
at the
mean
same
before they
age.
get married?
Get
They
divorced.
they don't live together till they
You
married?
should not live with someone. I tell all my daughters, don't live with anybody
Don't shack.
before you get married. Shacking, if you shack,
Well,
it's usually not working.
sinners, Sean.
I fucked up. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you shack, I'm not gonna say it doesn't. It works less.
But I'm also old, so that part.
If you shack, it works less.
That's what I said. I've already
But it
fucked up.
does.
Because why buy
You're
the
not
cow?
old.
when
You're
you
more.
get the milk
You're
for
wiser.
According
free?
to your theory, I'm like 20 years behind. So
My stepmom just got married at,
I
close
can-
to 7. You can get married. People get married every year.
all I'm saying is, based on your theory, I've wasted 20 years.
I'm just saying that the best catch usually a woman can bring in, because men, you all value. We got to go through this. What do you all value? Women in general.
Man,
They have
they
to
can
be-
I always
Right.
get this wrong.
well, what do you think most women?
I mean,
obviously,
it's protect and
Oh,
provide.
here's your boy.
some people.
People getting married in college, that makes no sense.
Right.
People getting, okay, so
Ask Brother Hankins, when did he get married?
when did you get married, Brother Hankins?
He's not.
Also, this is not just for women. This is a man thing. I mean, even though the show is about men, this is a theory that you hold with men as well.
I didn't say that.
So who are they
Okay.
marrying? If you don't hold it with men too.
Because in college,
Men are doing nothing but trying to avoid marriage.
again, all of this comes from the premise, and I will not leave it, so you'll hear me keep saying it when we go off track. You can pull the best catch when a woman is between 18 and 27, and I won't leave that off. So if you that is the age you can pull the best catch, because
Okay.
the best catches.
Want those women.
Can we
Typically.
can we dig into this best catch thing? Right?
Yeah.
When you say best, what do you mean by the best catch? Are we talking about the best looking, the more financially stable? Like, what do we when you say best? What does that mean? The less
Again,
likely to cheat. What does that mean?
The man that let's do this, because we got to step it up. Because
All I'm saying is there's
hold
a
on,
lot of
hold on.
vague terminology. I just
slow
wanna be
down,
clear.
slow down. Look, we got extra feedback.
Because you didn't turn your phone on.
Because Gina's got 5 phones. Okay, it was me.
Oh,
Um,
what does that have to do with it? Oh,
Would you say, Sean,
Sure.
that women or when they think of a husband, they think of someone who's financially successful?
Yeah. What's your 22
Sure,
year old?
right.
Hold on.
Yes, they want you to be.
It's-
They
these
would
are
like
young-
you financially successful, whatever that means to her.
That is, yes.
Yeah, the answer is yes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think they we're respected men or?
Respected by like society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
Okay. Now,
just saying.
would it be fair to say
Okay.
that most women want a tall man?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
I'm waiting.
I'm sure there's a gotcha here
I've got
somewhere.
my
I'm waiting.
popcorn and my old fashioned.
There's no gotcha. What about physically fit? I'm not saying this to say I'll do it.
I think
2 equal men. Would you want one? They're the same guy, same funny, same sex. One's more physically fit, one's not. Which one you want?
Whoever's more well endowed.
They're same endowment.
That's highly unlikely.
Well,
But
just saying.
okay. That's never been a measure for me.
What do most women?
But I think a significant number of women will probably go with the better physique.
Okay, fit, handsome,
Yeah.
handsome too, right?
So look at somebody ugly.
Now, if you want a man who's making money, who's respected, He's tall, good looking, well hung, fit, handsome, funny, right? Everybody likes him. He has his pick.
Right.
And men are visual creatures. So that's what women like. But if I wrote down what men like, it would look like this. And I think I'm qualified to do this without your help.
Probably.
Right?
You're a
I
little
mean, we know
lethargic
what it
today.
is.
Hold on.
No, he's
I
trying
took
to get
the
us,
time.
Get us on a gotcha.
I took time.
He's trying to do the gotcha.
No, I definitely got a follow-up question, but okay.
So I would think, any guys there, I think men we like fit women.
You do? Okay.
We don't even have a height requirement.
Well, yeah.
Got this
We don't have
solved.
we don't even have a strength requirement.
Jenny has to be that
Well,
tall. They'll figure
Let
it
me get some
out.
help from the studio. Ron, wouldn't you say that we like fit? How about fine?
Nah, y'all only fine.
We like fine women. All right, what about women who are easy to get along with? Gives you peace? Okay.
Pretty feet.
What's this? Let me throw a mean word out.
Okay, Eddie Murphy.
What about a woman who listens to you submissive?
Okay.
Oh,
Hold on. Yes, we write in. It's our list.
I
We can have a
understand.
wish list, can we? Would you like that, Ron? Would that be attractive to you, though? If a woman would be
Well, we can
submissive
shut
to
the
you?
fuck up.
Well, I'm going to say it's on my list.
See, now I got an issue with the submissive word, so I don't want to agree
What's your
with
issue,
you on
Ron?
that.
What you got? This is our producer.
Y'all
It's
gonna
off
make
camera,
this
by
a
the way.
whole different show. Okay, let's go.
I mean,
What's the way?
I don't believe women should be. I don't think the term submissive. I don't think they should be submissive.
Okay.
It's a partnership. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm with
It
you.
very much is.
yeah, so
It very much is.
I mean, if she's submissive, then I would have to be submissive.
Very true.
I did not use the word obey in our vows.
You submit to different
I know that's
things,
right.
but we'll get into submissive.
Yeah, you
So
do.
so that is my list. Now, if I am let's hypothetically say we got a tall, well-respected man making a bunch of money, all this, he's choosing he's going to pick the finest. Now, at what age would a woman most likely fit these boxes? Because
Okay, let's
obviously
repeat them again.
as they get more
Fit,
mature,
she's
they get
good
more
looking,
opinionated. And just
Submissive.
yep. She fine, she fit, she easygoing, she's
I
submissive.
was more fit later in life than I was in my college years.
Most people
Well, no, I
though,
was
Gina
skinny.
B.
I was
Come on
skinny
now.
in my 20s. I mean, fine. I don't. I disagree that woman would more than likely be younger, probably in her 20s. But I have a question though.
Sure.
Yeah, Christian.
So, let's go back to the woman, right? What her needs are. It was good looking.
These are all
financial.
wants. These are all-
okay.
These are all wants by men and women.
In an ideal world, right?
Because we all settle on something. Make no mistake.
And let's kind of give some context to this, right? So,
Sure.
I actually sent this to Gina and Kris because I thought this would be a fantastic topic for them to tackle. And this came from a comment that Ebony K. Williams said where college-age women should pursue their MRS degree in college.
Because
right?
she has been humbled and she's...
Oh, she's single.
You want to refer people to who Ebony K. Williams is?
She's a lawyer. She's also on the Breakfast Club. She does a lot of commentary.
She's a pretty,
She's very, very smart, really
Yeah,
pretty.
very pretty, very
but
smart.
she struggled with getting a date for I'm sure she could.
And she also the one that said she would date a bus driver.
Yeah,
She
This
would
is
now.
also the
Date a
woman that
bus
said she.
driver.
No, that's not what she said.
What
she
she
said she
said?
would date a bus driver if he owned the bus company. That's what. Or bus. Sorry.
She's an idiot.
So
I think,
wait a minute.
Okay.
I didn't even get to the point. But my question is for you and Ebony, right? Because she said that's what you should do in college.
Oh, she said it.
Now, to my understanding, based on your needs, or based on that list that you wrote,
Sure.
and if I'm in college, right, there's nobody on campus my age that fits any of that criteria.
Exactly.
Maybe the
Who
nice
has
looking
money?
part.
Okay.
They have their parents'
Two things.
money.
Great question. Two things. One, I didn't necessarily say the guy had to be on campus.
Okay, these are the things I want to dig into.
And Gina
R.
B.
Kelly, okay.
And
Damn.
that is no way anything like R. Kelly.
He goes to high school. My bad. Okay, go
And
ahead.
and if you're in college, one of the best ways to marry a CEO is to marry him before he becomes one. You can see who's going to be successful because you're going to see guys who are partying and hanging out, and then you're going to see guys who are in chemistry classes or business classes and they're very serious students, those are the ones that you consider if you do develop a romantic relationship with someone in school.
Got it, but see, that goes back to my question. The list for the woman that is not in college.
Right.
So unless
you're
No.
saying-
they are professors
Wait a minute.
or they do some other administrative stuff on campus. They're a dean.
I didn't say the
they're
list.
the president.
Okay, look at
It
Mr.
does-
Hankins.
I'm not saying they have to be. A woman 25 should consider a man 30, 32.
Well, I don't disagree, but I'm talking
So
about college age.
I
and I'm
said
talking
college
to-
is the age you should start considering what you want. Because what you don't want to do is open your eyes one day and you're 35 and you say, damn, I want a husband. I forgot.
Okay, so your boy here. You can rule out peace with a college age woman. You can rule out stable, savvy, and discerning as well. I mean, you
Apparently
can rule
not.
that out with.
We become cats as we get older. We're kittens at 22.
That's right. We are cats. 23.
I don't believe Brother Hankins has selected a woman yet.
Oh, you're so mean.
So I'm going to say that he's found all women.
Okay,
Unstable.
so write us back. Tell us where do you find peace? Where do you find stable
I
and
guess
savvy?
this is what
Tell me
I
where.
would say to both you
I'm going
and
to tell
Ebony,
you, wait a
right?
minute. Younger women are less combative. It is what it is.
Okay,
'Cause they don't-
I
okay.
was young then. I cannot speak to
Because
that.
they don't really know the fights
And,
that they're.
and men with character and especially money, they just you can like what you like. They just don't deal with it.
Okay, so this gets to my overall point, right?
Sure.
And the incomplete statement that Ebony K made, right? You're encouraging women to pursue their MRS in college, which is fine.
Ebony K I'm saying you should definitely consider it. And if it happens, it happens. But it should definitely be a top of mind if one of your goals or dreams is to marry and have a family. Because again, the most important decision a person makes in their life is not the car they drive, it's not the house, it's not the degree. It is who they choose to be the father of their children and who they marry.
That's
And
fine.
I'm so pleased that I did not make that decision at 22.
And
Whatever.
I am.
What I'm gonna.
And that worked for you, and that's fine.
It did work for me, yeah.
But
Because you don't really know yourself
okay,
yet.
that's fine. There's some people who don't know themselves at
Ever.
50.
That's
and,
fair.
And no matter what age someone got married, I got married later, but I
I got married later.
I would dare to say the options for most women are wider when they're in those ages that I talked
But they're
about.
also wider for men at that age.
No, that is patently 100% wrong.
Aren't there more single women who are unencumbered, don't have any baby daddies yet, don't have, whatever?
It doesn't matter. Our
Baggage.
options only increase as we get.
As you make more money.
Absolutely.
As you make more money.
So,
It really don't have nothing to do with how old you get. It's really how much.
That's really how much money you
and
have.
that's 100%
And
right.
nobody
and
here,
we know that.
Nobody here in that list.
But this
has
guy,
money.
if he just keeps making more and more money, he can pick whoever. He can be 40 and find a 28-year-old.
So basically, you should find a man, women, while you're still cute.
And he can't be your age. Is really what I'm pointing
Yeah,
to
he
you
needs
and
to be 10
Ebony
years
at.
older.
I would suggest that I think women mature faster than men. So by that reason, men are less
That's
mature.
scientifically proven to be untrue.
Well, I'm just telling you how I see him acting in these streets.
That's fine. I'm just telling you, science says that's inaccurate.
Okay, well, science won't
Turner.
dispute this. As a man gets older, he has more resources,
Okay.
right? And most women want a man who can garner resources for them and future family. And for that reason alone, you should consider. I wouldn't rule out a man who's older. And women,
I'm fine with
and
this
for the
approach.
man, women listen more when they're young. They do not listen more when they get older, as we see
As we
right
can
here.
see right now.
Yeah, they just don't.
All I'm saying is, if we give the advice, we must give complete advice. And if you're suggesting that young women, whether it's 19 or 25, are targeting specific type of men to date, you have to complete the statement and let them know that that man is unlikely in your age range.
That's not necessarily true.
I said it's unlikely. Sure, you can find a billionaire 22-year-old. That's
You
very
cannot.
possible.
Most people won't find a billionaire.
I said it's
general.
possible, but what I'm saying
Your
is
goal should be to find a man with high character who's going to
that wasn't on the list.
to take care
Yeah,
of
that
you.
is not.
That's also not on the list.
Well,
High character is not anywhere on that page.
if you want a low character man, fine.
I'm just saying, but you got to be specific.
Hey, just tell me you want a low character man.
No, I'm
but
going
what I'm
off the
saying
list
is- I'm
you
telling you,
identified.
we
Well,
are going
just
That's
because-
not on the list.
Just because y'all out here looking for any old body, if you want me to tell you what they
Wait a minute. I'm pointing out what high character is not on the list. We were very clear. He needs to have money. He looked good. What was the other ones? Earning potential. We're very clear.
Okay.
Girls-
Ideally,
Nate Turner.
when it comes to marrying somebody,
Yeah.
you want somebody with some character,
Yeah.
who is going to be making money, who is a provider, who can take care of you. That should be it. And if they happen to be older, fine. But that does not disqualify a man your age.
I never disqualified them.
That's all I'm saying.
My statement was very clear. You're not probably going to find him in your age range. He could be there, but it's very unlikely. You need to focus on men who actually in a state of life where
If
they
you
have
looked at
those
his
things.
college transcripts, and he's going to med school, and it's looking real nice, that's a prospect.
How are you getting his transcripts?
You go to school with him, you know what grades he gets.
You can't just pull people's
Well,
transcripts.
people tell you I failed. My point is, if you see he's a great student, you see he's going to med school, you see who's going to be successful while you're there. But you may choose to just date some dude who's cool over here, who you just think is cute and funny. You ain't on your square, but it happens.
Okay, so we got some comments. Nate Turner, if it's top level people involved, yes, but consider that growth spurts happen at 21, then again at 25. Go get your education and start looking. I agree.
It's very against the advice of.
It's,
But as long as it's in that age range,
anti-critic.
that's good.
And then Jamal Matuka says, this is 2023. Don't we go to college to take care of ourselves?
Apparently
Don't we?
not.
No, we go to find
No,
He
long-term
said
dating.
it's college or dating.
Yeah,
app.
Nikki Turner. So it's college is a dating app. A very
hold on.
expensive
Wait,
dating
but
app.
here's what we're not going to do.
Very expensive one.
Here's what we're not going to let Brother Matuka do. One thing does not mean you disqualify another thing. Let's say that again. Just because we say 18 to 27, nowhere did I say
I'm young.
disqualifying education.
Okay.
So stop the malarkey, stop the soft
Malarkey.
stuff. That's where women should find men, because men don't value a belligerent 35-year-old who just because she's got a nice job. And that's what you have a lot of.
Yeah, why are we stereotyping women? Why does
you
she
gotta-
gotta be belligerent?
I'm calling like I see
Because
it.
it's Kris the Critic Show.
But does she
Okay,
have to be
Because you
belligerent?
get a lot of women out here, and we've seen it happen. Oh, I got a house, I got a car, you got to have the same thing. I got a job, I'm a VP.
Does that make her
I need a
belligerent?
No,
Yes.
what it makes them is this.
Yes.
Because the man
I'm so confused.
the man who's 40 right here with him is no longer looking at a 40-year-old argumentative chick.
Okay.
If all these women claim
So-
that they want a man to lead, right? Why would you want to be right here with the dude who's leading you?
Where?
You want a dude who's doing something, who's providing. You don't. No.
Well, here's my question.
Sure. If you want to
Where-
prepare for a life alone, though, sure, by all means.
Ooh, the
Do it
dreaded
alone.
alone.
Some people want to be alone. Men can be a handful. I'm not saying one is right or one is not right. I'm just telling you what is, if that's what you want.
That's always the. So we jump exactly. So we jump to angry black woman as the
Yes.
standard bearer.
Yeah,
That's the whole
absolutely.
thing. I think that on the spectrum, there are women who are perfectly not belligerent, perfectly even tempered, and then there's belligerent, right? There's a spectrum. Every 35-year-old woman with a good job, a car,
Nothing wrong
whatever,
with
all
that.
the things you're saying,
Thing. It's a beautiful thing.
they're not all argumentative.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, well then why are we?
Just most of them.
Yeah, we're basically catering to the lowest common
Let
denominator.
me ask you this: do you know any women in that category?
Yes.
Isn't she a woman in that
Now
category?
let's hypothetically say most of them, not all, most.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you ask most who want to be married, because some don't want to be,
Okay.
this conversation isn't for them. But for those who don't want to be, if you asked them why, what would they say?
They haven't met the right person. That's what they say.
They wouldn't talk about the men out there.
They would say they haven't met the right person. They would
Okay.
say this. Well, some of them might say the dating pool is polluted.
Oh,
Some might
pee in
say
it.
there's pee in it.
And all of that
say-
stuff is just crazy
I mean,
to
but
me.
I don't think. Well, why? If that's your experience, if everyone you date, there's an issue, then of course
Then
that will be
person
your.
is in the mirror.
Well,
Well, I mean, men do. You just said how talked about how women are belligerent. I
Right.
mean, isn't that in effect doing the same thing that women do by saying there's pee in the pool?
no, there isn't.
Oh,
that isn't.
okay. So saying
That's
that
different.
men are undateable, because that's really what we're saying, right? Like the
Right.
pool of men are undateable is not the same as saying women are belligerent. That's the problem. They are not remotely in the same stratosphere.
I didn't say that.
And what
You
that
didn't say
really-
women were belligerent?
A lot of
I'm
them
sorry.
are.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
A
hold
lot
on.
of them are.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because, listen.
I remember what you
Listen,
said.
listen. It
He a little sleepy today.
I'm just letting them dig the hole. It's fun.
is not a hole. Because
Real fun.
usually what ends up happening is a woman will say all those things. The man ain't making enough. The dating pool is all messed up. They are unhappy at what they're pulling because they are sleeping with somebody. But they're unhappy with what they're pulling because they have an elevated view of themselves. And I'm saying you would have gotten a better man had you been 18 to 27. You can't wait until you are 50 pounds overweight and your attitude is messed up because that's you want to downplay it. See, I don't downplay when a woman says, I don't want a broke man. You shouldn't want one. But it's men get dinged when we have a preference.
Isn't this all preferences?
No, but I'm saying men like fit women. The average weight of a sister is 5'4", 190
I'm not
pounds.
pushing back on none of that.
So
but
I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is all of this is a preference.
But
you
you're
want
at-
somebody
but-
that makes
but
six
18 to
figures. You
27
want somebody with big
No,
titties.
no.
These are all preferences.
At 18 to 27, the chances are less that they're 190 pounds.
Okay,
okay,
but
fine. But
So you
that's
don't-
the point.
the diet industry is among the most profitable in the country. So I think that if people were really unconcerned about their physical appearances,
They are unconcerned.
then there wouldn't be so many people, Weight Watchers, there wouldn't be so many people taking diabetes medicine, there wouldn't be so many people doing Noom, all the different ways
And
to lose weight.
I still see the lines at Wendy's and McDonald's and Chick-fil-A
Of
just
course.
as long. So to say you're concerned, I don't buy it. I think they want a short way out, but they're not that concerned.
course they want a short way out, because weight loss is difficult.
Because they make sure they work and get that house. They make sure.
Yeah, because that's a
Make sure that they
that's a formulaic
they have
goal.
their money in line, right? If those who do, they got a kid, they make sure they take care of a kid, but they don't take care of themselves because that's not a priority.
And because Chick-fil-A is
Well,
People do what's a priority to them.
people do what's easy.
They do. That's true.
They do what's easy.
It is
so
easier to buy a house
and
and lose
the
weight.
guy that you guys were
It
targeting
is.
that you outlined, he doesn't want that. So that is why I say a woman should try to get that person younger. Simply because the most sought after men don't want any of that other stuff.
It's like adoption. Everybody wants babies. Nobody wants
My
a
entire
middle-aged
point,
child.
I've never negated Chris's point. I just
It's,
think there's a bullet
and
point
Sister
missing.
Turner, it's not just being
Sorry,
fat.
now before you get
Because I like a little.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I kind of like a little
Tie him down
pushing
before
on a
you
woman.
can sit on him and make it so he can't go nowhere.
It's
Yeah,
not. It's not about.
And don't forget, Nikki, he can't. He got to be older.
But
That's what I keep
it's
hearing.
not just weight. But when women get older,
Right.
especially in our
Exactly.
community,
No man has
Oh,
ever dropped a woman.
they
You
are.
said before you get fat and belligerent.
It is
Those
extreme.
2 points.
When you get fat and nasty. No one wants a fat nasty bitch.
Hold on, I gotta take y'all drinks. Give me that.
No.
Last time we allowed that. Nobody wants an angry chick.
Nobody want no fat nasty bitch.
I don't. Okay,
A
so
lot of women out here just. You can't tell me it's a lot of.
what-
I
how
call
is
it
this
masculine
different?
energy
How
coming from
is
women.
that how is saying there's a bunch of masculine, it's a bunch of belligerent women, it's a bunch of angry women.
It is,
How
all
is
the
it
above.
any different than a woman saying these men ain't shit, they don't want to pay for that? It's all
Part and parcel of the
it's
same
all
thing.
noise. It's all excuses for why you aren't effectively dating. That's all this all is.
Man, I know a lot of men who are married. When they decide to get married, they pick one and get married.
It's
That's
timing.
fine.
A lot
What
of
does
that's
that have to
timing
do
for
with
men,
what
though.
I'm saying? What I'm saying is you're telling me the
Mm-hmm.
stuff you say about women is accurate and true, and it's not noise. But anything we say about men,
It's true.
Oh, that's y'all fault.
I didn't say.
but
I didn't
then-
say. Hold on. See that? That's we're not gonna do that. I didn't say anything was your fault. I said men know that women have preferences, and we try to become those preferences that women like because we want the woman. And if a woman wanted a certain man, she should try to become that. That's all I'm saying. I didn't say one was bad. I didn't say one was wrong. Those are your words.
Well,
Okay.
you try.
Alright.
You know, you want to make. I mean, realistically, though, I mean, there is some.
I like
there is
Nikki. She's funny.
some merit to, you know, if you're not attracting who you want to attract, you got to look at the people that you want to attract and figure out who they're attracted to,
Yeah.
and figure out how you're going to be in that subset.
I would
And
agree.
that is genius. And I'm saying if you want said Superman, you need to be said Superwoman. And said Superwoman is extremely agreeable. She's extremely fit. She's extremely young and fun and flirty. She's being a kitten, not an old mean cat. Told you I get it in there.
I mean, listen, and to
Does that make sense?
To Nate Turner's point, some people like big women. Not me. Not me, but some do. Strippers of all sizes make money, so it's a market for big women, 5'4", There is a market for that.
There
I
is
will tell you,
not.
I've got...
Not men with cash. Not men. No,
That's not accurate.
it's not a market. I don't. All right, go to.
Don't you see...
Go to one of these groups on any social media site and see how many fit women are on sites that men have plastered over versus 5'4", 190 sites. It's not a lot.
Sites, you mean dating sites? What are we
I don't
talking
know,
about?
super fine sisters, super chocolate sisters, super sisters, whatever.
I don't spend time on these sites.
I'm not gonna even play that
know
game
what
with
this
y'all. Y'all see Miss Universe
Oh, Miss Universe. Okay.
or something that.
I seen Taylor Swift. I don't find her particularly aspirational.
So
but
when you used to open back when we had page 43 of the Jet Beauty, those women were not
knows the
5'4",
page?
190, and those were all black, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but you also have the whole
You-
video vixen era
See-
where you had
see, I don't-
Buffy
men
the
don't do
Body.
this.
She was
Men-
not
see, this
a
is what-
standard.
See what I'm saying?
Shape.
See what you're doing? You're trying
What
to
am I doing?
justify. I don't justify men being broke. If you a broke man out there, you just don't get the finest chick. Sorry.
I don't think I justified. You talked about Pages and Ebony, and I mentioned
Chat.
Buffy the Body.
I don't even know who that is.
If I pointed out you.
Is Buffy married? No.
I don't know.
I need to know.
I don't know any of those
So
And
women.
then even the
now-
show.
I need to look
Out
up
of Jet
Buffy the
Beauty's
Body.
married?
Some of them, yeah.
Probably.
The one that all of them. How do you know this?
Most of them have been married a few times.
How do you know
Because
this?
they fine and they're agreeable.
Because they're how do you know they're agreeable? They could be mad as hell. They could be mad because they're hungry.
Hoes don't get
I'm
hoes.
so glad I picked this topic.
Aren't you? This is on you.
What you got, Gina B? Where's all the
my
notes you
God.
had?
Well, you know what? Somehow Zoom
Yeah,
is
you
taking
have
over my
notes.
phone. I don't know
Just
why.
cancel
I do have
all the
notes.
notes.
I'm trying to figure out how to leave a Zoom. I don't know why I'm on Zoom.
Jake, anything good up there?
There you
Leave.
What's Khalid
I don't
saying
know how I'm
down
even
there?
in a meeting.
Oh my god.
If you have to put the age on 25 to 35 is a sweet spot. One man found the married man barbershop agrees. Absolutely.
If you have to put an age on it, I assume that's the count supposed to be that 25 to under 35 is a sweet spot for those are where women will find the
I don't even know
most
what's happening right now.
on their list.
That's
the
a
married
word
man
salad.
barbershop
That's
agrees.
Huh?
Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna argue whether that's true for men. That's never my question. If that's true for y'all, that's fine. All I've been saying in this
We the only ones
broadcast.
that count. We the only one asking them to
Now, what
marry.
happens? What happens?
Women
Let
don't
me you a
ask for
question.
marriage.
What
Well, then y'all
happens?
just.
I mean, we choose when we get married. So
Then why should women do anything? If y'all do all the choosing, it's really up to y'all.
No, you all allow us to have sex with you. You choose that.
But okay, then what is the point of this topic? If
I'm
the
just telling
whole point is for men to do all
Oh,
the
Buffy
work
the
whole
and for
point
us
is-
to sit there and bat our eyes, then
the-
what is the point of this
The
conversation?
I've never
whole
seen
point
her.
is, should
I'm not seeing who this
sisters
is. Oh, Buffy.
start considering marriage during their college years? That ain't changed, and the answer is yes.
But if the point is it's moot, it's moot
point
if
is
men do everything and
We don't do everything.
except open your. I understand.
Okay.
do the sex thing. I got that.
What are you talking about? Men do everything. What are you saying?
You're saying men do the choosing. Then what are women doing?
Out of a pool of women who like us, we don't sit back and say, I'm gonna wait because I ain't gonna settle. When it's time for us, there's a group of women that we actively like us and we like them and we choose from that group. There's one group of us that sit around and says, nah, all these people that like me, they're not good enough. I want one of them. And then they'll just wait. And that's foolish.
Well, okay. So here's how I
You
feel
are
about the
who you
college
pull.
thing. Here's what I feel about the college thing. We're getting kind of far afield.
Exactly.
All right. So should women consider marriage or I think women should be open to meeting men in college where they can have long-lasting relationships, whether that is husband or whether that is just having. I'm a firm believer that college is for the network, right? So
You are thinking from a standpoint of somebody who doesn't believe that a spouse or husband is the most important decision you can make in your life.
That's not true. That's not true. Because I don't advocate. I'm gonna literally die in here. It's so hot. I don't advocate for people getting married so early because I don't think you know yourself yet, and I don't think people who get married super early give themselves a chance to figure themselves out. That's how I feel about it.
I just patently disagree.
Okay, well, you didn't get married earlier, neither did I, and neither did Sean.
Okay.
So why didn't you get married early? We all went to college. Why didn't you get married early?
Because I'm a man, and I knew I'd be making more money, and I could exercise choices. Because I'm a man.
I'm a woman, and I wanted to pick the best man.
This leads to my kind of the point of this conversation.
Because men and women are not the same, and I don't subscribe to any of that.
I don't believe that men and women are the same.
So that's why, because I knew no matter what I did, my salary just went up and up and up and up. And that just broadened my choices to marry whoever I wanted to. So again, this wasn't a conversation, should men consider marriage during college? It wasn't.
Listen, I get where you're coming from, but from the
my options get bigger, a woman's options get smaller.
From a woman's perspective,
her options dwindle.
No, from a woman's perspective, maybe I'm not going to debate that piece.
It's not.
But the part that I will debate is from a woman's perspective. When you go to college, not just so that you can be a cantankerous, nasty, fat 35-year-old, which is where we all end up apparently.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, according to Kris the Critic. But it's so that you can put yourself.
Very unfeminine of you. You should embrace some of that femininity.
I thought I delivered that very femininely, if you really want to know the truth. But anyway, so I do believe, though, that when you're in college as a person, but let's go with women for a moment. Sure. When you're in college as a person, you amplify the level of your network. Are you disagreeing with any of this?
What network?
The network of people that you know. The network of people that you can call.
Sure.
The network of people that are in your social group.
Okay.
That's what you're doing. You're amplifying your network. So you're elevating. You want to be at a good school so that, if you go to Harvard, for example, who knows whose roommate you could be? Who knows who you could meet? And so at some point when you might be ready for marriage or for whatever, or for business or whatever you're doing, then your network is at whatever level you want it to be, right? And so could that lead to marriage? Yes, it could. Do I think that women should be, I got to find me a man up in this cafeteria and so I can marry him? I don't know that.
Again, I said ages 18 to 27 is when a woman should start seriously considering it. And I'm saying, when you get your degree, when you have a degree, now, did you just happen upon it? Or you actively worked to get it?
I worked to get my degree.
Did you work to get your homes that you own?
I did.
What about that lovely Tesla? Did you work to get it?
Oh, tell everybody in my car. Yes, I worked.
So everybody. Right. So my point is,
bullshitting.
Everybody works to get things. A man should work to put himself in a position to be a husband if he wants a wife, and a woman should put herself
to be a wife.
This is not about you, it's about women, period. It's about people working.
But you just asked me a question about myself.
I just want to make sure people work. We all agree that people work to get stuff.
Yeah.
So a man should work to put himself in position to get a wife. And a woman should put herself in position to get a husband.
I don't disagree with you.
So that's all I'm saying.
Sean.
It happens with thought and intent.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
It happens with thought and intent.
Go ahead, Sean.
We have a question in the back of the class.
So what age should men start working to be a husband?
Pray tell.
before he asks someone.
What
And
age?
that's the
Wait,
only
you gave
time.
women a whole age range. What's the male age
Because
range?
you have a shorter time. So if we're not the same,
But that doesn't answer my question. What age range should men start working to be a husband?
I think as soon as they become 16, 18, they should start being very responsible.
Okay, but wait,
He
that
can
that
barely
kind of
even say that
counters
without
what you
laughing.
said earlier, right?
I said that.
Choking back
I
laugh.
said no. You should start being a husband. If someone to be a husband, you have to be a responsible person. That starts early in life. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, but are you?
If a man has been
actively-
taking care of himself and he's 40 and he just decides to go get a job and says, no, you got to start handling business early on. But there is no length because a man can be older because, again, there's a sex that values the more money someone makes, that sex likes that. So men make more money when they get older and women value that. So if you don't like that a man can be older, tell women to stop valuing men with more money.
Nobody said that.
That's all I'm saying.
Nobody. I haven't even disagreed with you. I'm
There's
just.
nothing to disagree with.
I don't know about all that. Here's my fundamental issue.
You don't like that men have a longer.
I don't
Longer.
care. Here's my fundamental issue with this entire argument, right? And Kris is kind of pointing to it unintentionally. We keep having these conversations. Women, you need to focus on this. You need to focus on marriage. You need to focus on these men. You got to focus. I'm not done.
Focus on thin
You have to
thighs.
focus on being what the man wants, right? Men are not receiving these same messages. They're
Yes.
not. They are told to be actively out there doing what they want to
Throwing
do.
dick everywhere.
They're told to fuck whoever they want to fuck. And if you have these two messages going to people who are supposed to come together, how the hell are they going to come together if they're not receiving the same messages?
First
Because
off,
he doesn't think
First
that
off-
women should go after college.
no.
men.
First off,
It just doesn't fundamentally make sense.
First off, Sean, we're not receiving the same messages, nor should we.
Okay, that's fine.
So-
but
so
if
here's
you're
the message men
receiving
receive.
different messages, how they gonna ever come
Here's
together?
what we know. No one tells us. Well, I'll say this, and I've said this a million times. When I was younger, I knew that women liked. I heard a girl say she liked guys with cars. I didn't wait 30 seconds before I went and got me a part-time job because I wanted her to like me.
'Cause he
Men,
wants some ass.
men constantly do. We react to what women like.
Because you just want sex.
Because you want to fuck, but this has nothing to do with marriage. What I'm saying is,
The
if you're
good question.
telling women that they need to focus on getting married, and if you tell men focus on you, how are they ever going to come together?
First,
You're telling them two completely different messages,
First.
and this is a lot of the reason that relationships are fucked up because people are
No.
not getting the same message.
it's because people communicate in a hostile way. I'm just trying to give you some game here.
Oh, that's right. My bad. I forgot. I'm bitter and
And you sound
I'm
like-
overbearing and belligerent.
You sound like.
My bad.
So-
Kris and Critic
so-
and Gina B relationship show.
So men do want to sleep with women. That's why they take women out. But they stop taking women out because women are giving it away because they think they're men. But they're thinking like men. And that doesn't get you a date by sleeping around.
But it
that's
still
another
doesn't
story.
deal with the
And it-
overall point I'm trying to point here. Everybody's getting different messages, and you can't. This is like a business, right? If you work on a team, which marriage is a team, right? If you work on a team and everybody has different communication, how do you expect them to work as a team and get to a specific goal if everybody has a different communication,
But-
a different understanding of what the goals are? There's no way on earth they would get to the same
I think
goal.
you are way into the weeds on this. Bottom line is, if you want a certain type of man to marry, you have to act and be a certain type of way. You don't have to. You can choose to wear little bitty clothes. You can choose to go dance at the strip club. You can choose to dance around Usher on the
Strippers
stage.
You do realize that I didn't say any of that.
Hold
right?
on.
I didn't
But
point
I'm
to any
saying
of
there
that
are no
either.
rules. I'm not saying anyone has to do anything. I'm saying for the women who want husbands with character, money, all that good stuff y'all like, you should, the best time to choose that person or start thinking about it is in your younger years. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Now,
what I'm saying
for
is
men-
everybody got to start
for
getting the same
men-
message in order
for
for relationship
men-
to be successful.
You got to get your money right if you want to get the right type of wife. Because if you want a woman, a high value woman, you can't be slacking. You got to
That's
be
still a thing? High value people? That's still a thing?
absolutely.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't marry a chick who was promiscuous with 5 kids with 4 different baby daddies. I do not hold her in the same realm as I hold someone else. That's my choice. There's some men out there who would marry them. I'm not them.
Okay, so Nikki Turner. So if all the college men are kicking the college women to the curb in pursuit of the big paycheck to get a quote unquote better woman, who exactly are the men that college women try to get?
Hold on.
Well,
Let me read this.
that's where we don't understand as women.
If all the college men,
we need
First
to
off,
be fine, and then they
college
want to marry
men are
us.
not kicking college women to the curb in pursuit of a big paycheck. Period. Any man who sees something that he likes, he's going after that.
To fuck, not to marry.
Well, they all start off that. It's your job not to give it to us.
I forgot. My bad. You know what? I'm just really off my game.
You're absolutely right.
Totally forgot it.
Every man who takes you out wants to sleep with you. It's your job to say no. Because we devalue anything that comes easy to us. See, that was lost in your whole feminist movement. They said, you know what?
I have a feminist movement?
Well, you represent the feminazi.
I didn't realize I had a whole movement. Damn.
just saying.
I really gotta,
there's a lot of
really
movements around here.
touch up my damn resume.
Jake, what's our next Nikki
I
Turner?
think, wait a minute, go back to Nikki's question.
Okay, go back to the question.
That was a great question.
Okay. We got 3
College
minutes.
minute, first off, every man or woman should pick from the circle of people that like them.
Right.
That's
I
just
agree with that.
I agree.
that's just number one.
Go
Right?
who likes you. And if you're not attracting the people that you want to be attractive to, you need to figure out how to get into that circle.
But after a
and to be
while,
attractive
common
there.
sense usually kicks in, but it doesn't seem to kick in with people. I'm just saying.
Well, okay.
What else we got?
Okay, what's your next one?
What's
That's
Nikki's?
that
This
Harvey
that
view?
FNC of always the onus.
No, this is so
Always
unlike
the anus.
Steve
Those
Harvey.
failures
And the falls on women.
Steve Harvey
Always the onus.
assumes that it's a woman pulling a man up all the time, and that's not the case.
No, but that's not what she's pointing to.
That's what Steve Harvey was just on a talk show saying.
What did he say? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Steve Harvey jumped on somebody's couch and said, sisters, you might have to, a lot of men are in prison. If you make way more than him, you may have to help him out. And he was assuming
Them
that
long
women
suits.
out here helping men when,
That wasn't Steve Harvey. That was the other one.
that was Tyler Perry.
Thank you.
Steve Harvey is just as moist
Long
too, though.
suits. Another one
Not
with long
moist.
suits.
He's just as moist too. Both
Moist.
beta whack-ass dudes.
Well, Tyler Perry spends half his time dressed as a grandmother.
I can't stand either of those
So I
two.
I can't.
So I did get that confused with Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Steve
Wrote
Harvey.
a book. He did write a book.
I don't
Write a
believe
book.
anything
What does
Steve Harvey
Nikita
said.
Foston say? She has a pretty good point. Nikita Foston, you're not going to make marriage choices, men or women, until you have a marriage mindset. It starts there. I do not disagree with that.
Nothing wrong with that
And
statement.
that's what Chantel's trying to say.
And there's nothing wrong with
Referring
that.
yourself in the
If
third
men
person.
don't have a marriage mindset, who the hell
It's
are
not
the men?
gonna
We're supposed to marry. I
happen.
don't understand.
Well, they're not going to have a marriage mindset if they're only surrounded by certain women.
You know what? I keep forgetting. It's our job to make y'all marriage minded.
I didn't say that.
It's our job to make sure y'all want
I didn't say
us.
that.
I keep forgetting that part.
It's not your job to do anything but be happy.
No, but you just said that we need to look the part to contract the man. Like, we've had this whole kind of conversation. Be a kid, not a cat. It's,
Hold on. When we want to sleep with y'all, we do whatever y'all want us to do. Is there anything
I'm not
wrong with
arguing
that? Right?
It's a choice, sure.
Because you control that. See, men control when we get married. So it behooves someone to do whatever that man, to become what that man wants. I'm not saying you're not considering any men that aren't up to snuff, but it would behoove you to know what a man likes that you want to marry.
Look at that. It's 7 o'clock. So,
Anyway, we got to run this back. We're going to run this back. We're going to bring in some folks that got married in college.
we're going to see where they
You
are.
absolutely should.
We're going
We
to run this
should.
back.
Not my single ass.
But obviously, they've had too
And
much
not my
to drink.
recently married ass.
Anyway, great show, Gina
I
B.
don't want to be your
Oh,
man.
yeah, you can't hit it hard. Yeah, you can't.
I feel bad now.
Right,
He's over here all injured
Anyway,
and shit.
Thank you all for joining. We will check
Thank
the
you.
comments.
We will. Thanks,
We're
everyone.
going to run this back.
Again,
I
I am
think
an
you should.
acquired taste.
Producers, thank you all. And we got to see you next Wednesday. Peace and love. We out of here.